Michael Bloomberg was at a big conference. Michael Bloomberg, the former mayor of New York City, at one time a supposed Republican. And then, of course, he gave up that sham because it was so ridiculous. Nobody believed he was a Republican, and he went independent. Well, he's virtually a flat-out socialist. Listen to what he is preaching here at the International Monetary Fund, talking about taxing the poor.
Some people say, well, taxes are regressive, but in this case, yes, they are. That's the good thing about them, because the problem is in people that don't have a lot of money. And so higher taxes should have a bigger impact on their behavior and how they deal with themselves.
Okay, do you see what he's saying? He's saying tax people so that they can't do the things you don't want them to do. He's social engineering through taxation here.
And he's had that thought for a long.
Well, yeah, the soda tax in New York.
We're
not getting rid of salt in New York.
To tell people what they can and can't eat.
We're just trying to tell you what you can and can't eat because you don't know. You don't know what's good for you. I do. I am Michael Bloomberg. I have more money than you, and I know things that you don't know, like salt's not good for you, and you shouldn't be having soda. Okay.
So I listen to people saying, oh, we don't want to tax the poor. Well, we want the poor to live longer so that they can get an education and enjoy life.
Oh, okay. So we have to tax them because they're so stupid that they're going to do things that harm their bodies. They're so brainless, and they make such poor decisions. Let me make the decisions for them by taxing them out of the market of every bad thing they want to eat.
And that's why you do want to do exactly what a lot of people say you don't want to do. The question is, do you want to pander to those people, or do you want to get them to live longer? And there's just no question. If you raise taxes on full sugary drinks, for example, they will drink less. And there's just no question that full sugar drinks are one of the major contributors to obesity, and obesity is one of the major contributors to heart disease and cancer and a variety of other things.
And look, we've got to stop these fat idiots from hurting themselves even more. We got to protect them from themselves. Clearly. Right? I mean, otherwise they're going to just become giant fat pigs that they got diabetes. Yeah, they got all kinds of heart issues. But if we tax them so much that they can't afford the soda anymore, they won't be big fatties. You can get fat on a lot of other things besides soda. So what are you going to do if they get fat eating ice cream? Then you're going to tax ice cream more, right?
Oh, yeah.
You have to.
Have to.
With this kind of mentality, if the social engineering you're doing on soda, drinks, and salt and all of those things that you're trying to keep away from them, if that doesn't solve the problem of them hurting themselves, you're going to have to go to the rest of everything else they're hurting themselves with.
So it's like saying, I don't want to stop using coal because coal miners will go out of work. Well, will lose their jobs. We have a lot of soldiers in the United States, in the U.S. Army.
It's amazing,
but we don't want to go start a war just to give them something to do. And that's exactly what you're saying when you say, well, let's keep coal killing people because we don't want coal miners to lose their jobs. The truth of the matter is there aren't very many coal miners left anyways, and we can find other things for them to do. But the comparison is a life or a job, or taxes or life. Which do you want to do? Take your poison.
Plus, you can drink soda and still live. He's acting like you have one can of soda and it's going to kill you, and then I've got to protect you from that. So how could this guy have ever called himself a Republican? That is socialism at its worst.
Absolutely.
That is communism at its worst.
But he changed so that he could just stay in office longer. Right? I mean, he was Republican, Democrat, Independent, and it was just a matter so that he could just stay in office.
This guy is
agonizing.
I don't know if people realize Michael Bloomberg is one of the most dangerous people in America.